today's show. It's exercise all round for Chris and his emu chicks. It's health check time for Pugsley and his cute mountain pygmy possum buddies. At Koala HQ, Chris hangs out with the adorable 8-month-old Frankie. And find out which animal Chris is petrified of. And it's not an owl.
Just be sure to check your glass or your cup out when you come to my house to have afternoon tea.
So welcome to Chris Humphrey's private zoo with over 2,000 of his animal family here in country Victoria, Australia.
I live on the side of a mountain, and the weather can be extremely unpredictable and hostile. One day it can be 40 degrees plus, and then the next, wet, cold and almost snowing. The weather has caused havoc on my animal family over the last week, and these two little guys have fallen off their mother's back, and I found them cold and lifeless on the floor of their enclosure.
So this is week 1 for me and I'm really excited. These little possums are doing extremely well. Tiny and Tim, little baby sugar gliders. And if it wasn't for me, these little sugar gliders would be dead. And they've grown exceptionally well over the last week. Now the hospital box has lifted their body temperature back up and they're thriving once again. And now they're part of my family. And you can tell this is Tim here, the big boy, he's got the fat head, and little girl here, Tiny. Just going to give them a feed. But it's really surprising for me how loving these little possums are. They now see me as mum. They climb on my back and they twitch away, and they call out for their milk at night. These possums are very rarely seen by Australians. They come out at night time, so therefore they're nocturnal, and they live up in little hollows in the daytime in the tops of the tallest eucalyptus trees. Sadly, they're most commonly seen when a pet cat brings them in to their owner's house. But a little possum, look like a little chipmunk, don't they? But these are Australian marsupials and they have a pouch where their baby grows up big and strong, like a kangaroo, like a wombat, like a koala. And these are nectivorous animals, so they eat really sweet things like pollen and nectar. But for the time being, I'm mum and I have to feed them up to 5 times a day with a syringe of milk. And I might give them their second feed for the day. Now, when I feed them, I have to separate them because they like to fight over their breakfast. So I might put little Tim up here and I'll use a bit of toilet paper as a bib because they really are messy feeders. And I don't want to spill the milk on the fur of the possum. That could cause an infection. Let's see if they're hungry. Now I use a syringe. A lot of people use teats, but a syringe is a great way to feed little tiny possums. It really is an effective way of delivering the milk. Just form a little droplet on the end of the syringe and she'll lap it up. No spillage.
You know, it doesn't matter where you live. Everyone can do something to help out wildlife in their local environment. And if you're lucky enough to live where sugar gliders do, why not construct some nest boxes for them? Keep a careful eye on your domestic pets and plant suitable food sources and enjoy living along these precious gifts of nature.
They really are forming their own little individual personalities. They're like human kids. And look at Tim up here. He's exploring my head, looking for a quick feed. And you can smell the food down below. It's just like brothers and sisters fighting over a bit of breakfast. Come on. You've had enough? You've had enough. They really let you know when they've had enough breakfast. They spit it out of their mouths, they have a bit of a tantrum and they just want to run off and explore, just like human children do. And Tim's up here, exploring my hair for a bit of food. Come here. And he looks hungry. Come on. So over the next month or so, these little gliding possums will start spreading their wings, their membranes, and start gliding around the house.
Sugar gliders really are the mini superheroes of the Australian bush. They have a unique gliding membrane which stretches from their little finger to their big toe. It's called a patagium. These acrobatic little guys have been known to glide a distance of a whopping 100 metres from tree to tree.
You kind of feel sorry for their mum. They've got really sharp claws, these little sugar gliders. Ouch. But it's all worth it. See those tears in my eyes? They're real. I'll be back in another 4 to 5 hours to do the same old thing. Food, toilet, and make sure they're nice and clean. That's what a mum does. Ouch, that really is sharp.
Come on. That's it. Hatchling emus are such positive bundles of energy. They're always on the go and they're into everything.
And it's so important for them to get out and about, get used to the wind, get used to the wide environment, and learn how to forage for their food. Come on, guys, come on. That's how you do it. That's it. Come on, pick it up. That's it. They are so adorable. I think they have to be one of my favourites. Come on. Come on. That's it, you're doing a great job. They're loving the sunshine, aren't you? They're just like mini dinosaurs.
Only the other day, I had to teach Edie and Eli how to eat and drink for the first time. Look at them now. There's no stopping them. Hatchling emu chicks would be easy prey for dingoes, goannas and wedge-tailed eagles without their amazing cloak of invisibility. These endearing birds are members of the ratite bird family and are closely related to ostrich and the cassowary. Emus, when attacked from above, have been known to run in a zigzag pattern to evade being caught. Edie and Eli seem to be getting in some early practice.
Come on, come on.
I'm such a proud dad to see how far these little emu chicks have come. Learning to walk, eat and drink in such a short time, and now they're running around and exploring their environment.
Come on. Come on.
I was always told as a kid that the emu and the kangaroo were chosen for Australia's national animal emblems because they were one of the few animals that don't walk backwards. Australia saw itself as a nation that was positive and forward-moving. But hey, I think we just debunked that myth.
Come and say hello to Mum and Dad. Come on. This is fantastic. Elvis is off the eggs, he's walking around, and he's putting on some great health. And look at the ostrich. These little chicks are spearing on the ostrich breed as well. Look at these guys. They want to lay eggs too and have their own family. And number 13, he's bright pink. He's got bright pink legs, a bright pink beak. That means that he's in breeding season too. So guys, spring has well and truly sprung. You're gorgeous. Hey, you can have your own chicks. I'm doing a really important weigh-in for my mountain pygmy possums. You see, if they're under 40 grams, they won't survive their hibernation over the winter period. So I have to make sure that I give them the very best attention with their food, give them lots of fats and essential oils, and fingers crossed that these minute little possums, gorgeous little possums, will survive the winter and then breed in springtime. Now, I'll just see if I can put them in there. 44 grams. They're quite young possums. I'm pretty happy with that.
These endangered possums only have a total range of 10 square kilometres. It's the only Australian mammal restricted to alpine and subalpine regions of southeastern Australia. They're the only Australian marsupial which hibernates for long periods of time.
45 grams. That's good. Yep. These mountain pygmy possums are critically endangered. There's only 2,000 left in the wild, so we think. So I really want to breed them this year. And it's vital that they keep their weight up and their reserves up. 46 grams. That's good. So for the moment, I'm happy. These animals will survive a short hibernation period, but I I really want to breed these animals. They breed in springtime after they wake up from their winter hibernation.
As these little possums breed over spring and summer, the extreme heat where I live could possibly kill them. The only way to offer relief from the summer heat is to clear out my wine cellar.
A bit of quoll wee in my mouth. Not the tastiest thing. I'm doing my daily koala checkup and look what I've found. All on his lonesome, exploring his gum leaves. This is little Frankie and he's 8 months of age. And this is what they do at this age. They get a little bit more adventurous and they go off by themselves and they look for gum leaves and they explore their environment. Now, that's not the mum there. Here's mummy up here. Come on. Here's mummy. Reunite yourself with mummy. It's all right. Go back to mummy. But what a beautiful... It's all right. I'm not stealing your baby. I'm bringing him back to you. There you go. It's all right. There you go. You found mum. You're not that tough, are you? Here you go. Back with mum.
I have kept and bred koalas for over 16 years now. You'd think that I would get bored and tired of looking after these animals day in and day out. But you couldn't be further from the truth. They definitely all know me and are happy to hang out and spend time with their dad. Working so closely with these animals, you really do get to notice everyone's quirks and traits. And they're just so cute. I really do have the best job in the world, to work with animals which I adore and love, and to educate and share my passion about conservation. It's a dream come true. And what can I say? Frankie the baby koala, you're a rock star.
These little tiger quolls are 10 weeks old.
These baby quolls are going to be hand-reared, and they'll be suitable to interact with children and adults alike and educate fellow Australians about the importance of conservation.
But these little quolls have to be fed every 3 hours of the day. That's morning, noon and night. It's a big responsibility, but it's a massive privilege to hand-rear these little endangered tiger quolls. So they're my babies. For the next 6 weeks, we're going to get to know each other very, very well indeed.
To be able to incorporate a tame tiger quoll into my hands-on educational shows with children is so very important. It's so sad to me that very few people in my country know what this incredible animal is, or even does, for the health of the Australian bush. A wild quoll can be a very aggressive creature, capable of inflicting a lot of damage. When hungry or threatened, these animals can go into a wild, lightning-fast fervour. These little joeys will grow up with me and teach vital conservation lessons to Australian school kids about the importance of protecting every creature. Once these quolls mature, they'll start their own family and resume their important conservation role in zoos and wildlife parks across Australia.
And these quolls are just starting to open their eyes. So I will be the first creature they set eyes on. And hopefully that will imprint them on me, because you don't want an aggressive, tame tiger quoll in your house.
It's been a fantastic season for my tiger quoll breeding program. All my efforts have finally paid off with a Joey quoll bonanza. Just remember, it's not a 9-to-5 job breeding quolls. It has taken a mammoth effort for this year's success. but one so utterly worth it. Just like any parent, there is never enough time in the day, as there's always something that needs to be done with my animal family, and things that you never get time to do, like sleep. I have to be so meticulous feeding and raising quolls. They have to be weighed every feed and thoroughly cleaned and then tucked back into bed again.
I better tuck them back into the incubator. 2.5 hours time, I'll be feeding them again. But they're growing really well. Having these little guys growing a heap. You are beautiful, aren't you? And luckily for B1 and B2, I can buy these in mail order because these little mice I'm petrified of. And I like to call them marsupials. Now, these little... Oh, you want some food? Oh, this is great. These guys are getting used to being fed. My hand. And hopefully I can one day get them to fly to me on a glove during shows. Come here. Come on, wake up. Come on. Get some dinner. Now, there's no such thing as a free lunch. You have to come to me for food, okay? Look. Here. No, come here. Want some food? Have a little marsupial. There you go, that's what you want. You gonna eat it? Turn around. Show them your good table manners. Come on, eat. You gonna eat it? Come on. Eat. You want some food too? Come on. I think it's amazing how they close their eyes when they're eating. And just imagine out in the wild, if you're eating a mouse, the mouse will fight back and try and scratch you or bite you. You have to protect your eyes by closing them when you eat. Check this out. Come on, want some more? You can close your eyes. Dip them in a bit of water. Owls don't drink a lot of water, so this just hydrates them, soaks up the marsupial, puts a bit of water in it, gives them a bit of a drink. Just be sure to check your glass or your cup out when you come to my house to have afternoon tea.
If you come to visit me in my home, don't stand under the ceiling fans, as that's B1 and B2's favourite place to perch.
Who would have thought this little owl was on the brink of death 30 days ago? My oh my, haven't you grown?
It doesn't matter how many times I raise an owl. It always astounds me how quickly they grow. Although boobook owls are one of Australia's smallest owl species, they sure make up for their size with their huge personalities. If people see the character of these winged hunters, surely they'll fall in love with them and want to protect them.
You're so good. And you can check out their feet. Look at these feet they've got. These talons are adapted now for grabbing small rats and mice. You can see the importance of having an owl in your backyard. They eat up all the mice. You don't need rat sack. You don't need rat traps. All you need is an owl. A bit of exercise. Come on, there you go. You're a specimen, aren't you?